Mm. All right, party people. I'm feeling great tonight. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, y'all slide on up in here. Yeah. My man Eric, what's going on? Yeah, I hope that answered your question today. I was trying to do the best I could. And what I was trying to say in my response to you was that I tend to go with individual equipment for printer and scanner, because if you have the all-in-one and one of them breaks and the other piece is still good, you sort of got to toss the whole thing out unless you're willing to pay the money to get it fixed. But I would say if you can't afford to do it separate, then go ahead on and get it, get the combo and work your way to getting it, getting as a second one, a separate printer and scanner maybe. That's going to be that can be separate, but there's nothing wrong with doing the combo. It's just that I know how sometimes they don't build things like they used to, and one goes down and then they both are down and all of that. So it's a lot easier just to replace one. Is like, I pray to get the sleep scanner or the new printer. But that's my philosophy behind it and why I do it that way. But whatever works for you that fits in your budget, that's what matters, and everything. So I'm talking, I get my music up too loud. My bad, y'all. I'm over here jamming. There we go. My bad. Because it don't sound that loud to me over here, and I keep forgetting over there to y'all, it's a lot louder and stuff. So, oh man. All right. Good evening to you, my man Caprinas. What's going on? Stay focused. Good evening to you. My home notary service. I like that. Good evening to you. What's going on? My man Eric Branch finally got a notice. He started. Yeah, I don't know what was going on, and I did send a message to YouTube like, hey, my notifications aren't going out and stuff. So maybe they did something, and that's great. That's great. Good night to you there, man. Good to see you there. Matter of fact, I did a guy today. I closed him. His name was Oswald. First name was Oswald. I thought about you there for a brief moment. Yeah, I thought about you for about 10 seconds there. Good evening to you, Miss Angela English. Yep, what's going on, my man? True, I didn't get a notification of your response, but see, that's what's weird. I be responding, and just keep this in mind, y'all. If y'all send a message and like asking me a question, please go back and check it. Sorry about that. I mean, I literally just got home and ran up here and did the live. Because I've been responding to people left and right, and it's clear. It appears that y'all not getting notifications on me responding, which is messed up. And matter of fact, let me check something right now, because okay, yeah. See, I got all of these comments in here that people left, and they're held for review. So now I gotta approve them. Okay, yeah. That's a good comment. Just being as a notary signing agent. Hold on, because YouTube be doing some janky stuff, y'all. I'm serious. And I don't get it, So So like these here, all of these, what I'm looking at right now are comments that people 10 days ago. You see what I'm saying? That people left, and there's nothing wrong when it said, this is just my opinion as a notary, loan signing agent. I don't think it's fair to print over 50, 60, or 100 pages and get paid $40 or $80 on a refi. Maybe that's okay for you. I get that. But here's the thing, and I'm gonna post her comment, but here's the thing, BG Mobile Notary, and that's what she's saying here in her comment. But here's the thing, she's saying, I don't think it's fair to print over 50 or 60, 80 to 100 pages and get paid $40. But here's the thing. You got to look at the company. And I keep sharing with y'all, some of these companies are cheap. They're low cost. They're budget. They don't know how to negotiate. So, and then the thing is this, what's supposed to be the going rate? That's the thing. That is the thing, you know, what is the going rate for any amount of pages to be printed? What is supposed to be fair? What is actually deemed and considered fair? That's the question. I just did a refi tonight, $70, 164 pages. Okay. I mean, I did a purchase today, two of them, 67 pages, 2 C notes apiece. So it depends on the company and how they value it. So when you say fair, what's fair for one may not be fair for another. What's affordable for one may not be affordable for another. And the problem is that so many people have come into this business and made us think that it's supposed to be on this high level, that we as notaries supposed to come in at the tail end of the whole process and make all this money because we took training. We did these things, and that means we ought to get paid more. If that's the case, then the loan officer should be getting probably about 15K a pop. The title company should be getting probably about 10K. The signing company should be getting about maybe 2,000 or 3,000 for each order. And then I guess that's what we'll get, about maybe 500 to 700. I mean, it trickles down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna post her comment. And then it says, good morning, Notary Partners. If your goal is to become a successful entrepreneur, that is a great message to wake up to. And there's nothing wrong with pressing the replay button now and again. Thank you, Griff. Buy negativity, hashtag buy negativity. Yeah. You know, so people have been leaving me some nice comments. Okay, well, this one got a cuss word in it. Okay, so I can understand that. I've been on my own since 17 to get 4 months saved. When you get, I might have to look at that comment again and check the person. Oh my God. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Wow, another. Okay, nothing wrong with that comment. Thank you for sharing. Nothing wrong with that comment. So this is what I've been dealing with, y'all. I don't know why YouTube been doing that, been taking y'all comments, and then when I respond, they don't say anything to you. I don't let y'all know that I responded. So that's real messed up. I don't like that and everything. So let me see what's going on here. Let's see. Getting the party on. Yep. Now I had the distinct pleasure of talking to my man Frank. He gave me a call. And he said a couple of days ago he was gonna call me, and he called me. And we had about maybe 10 minutes or so conversation. Great guy to talk to. He's doing some wonderful things down there in Alabama. So I really appreciate him calling. That really got me pumped up that day. So I really, really appreciate you calling, man. And it's always good to hear from you. Haven't spoke to my man Danny in a minute, but he's doing good out there. Good evening to you. How many offers? I don't attend Christmas parties. I don't really care for them. I don't even celebrate Christmas anymore. But the part, even when I did celebrate Christmas, I never really cared for going to Christmas parties because it was always around people who, hold on, check this out. I just realize I keep losing my notes. Yeah, I don't do the Christmas party thing because I'm not, I don't like really kicking it with people who gave me a hard time the whole year and then want to act like everything's all cool now. I ain't down with that. I am not down with that at all. And I'm looking for my notes for tonight. Hold on, y'all. A whole set of notes. And I put them up here on the table. And now they are gone. And I really can't do the show without them. I need my notes because it has some key things in there that I wanted to discuss. This is the second time I done misplaced my notes. Where did I put my stuff at? Oh man, hold on one second, y'all. I got my eggnog. I gotta find my notes. Okay, I got those notes. I got those. What the heck? I can't believe this. Nope, that's not them. You know what that means, y'all. I got too many papers floating around here. And I got some dropping. Oh, man. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. I need those notes because I don't want to be rambling. Not that I can not. Hold on one second. Hold on. 1 second. Oh man, I can't believe this. I just had the daggone things up here. I'm serious. I just had. Oh, here they go. I stuck them under my keyboard so I wouldn't forget where they was at, and then I forgot where they was at. I tell you. All right. Hey, Mr. Grill Love from Texas. Yeah, glad you caught the live. Thank you very much. I feel that. Good night, Apprentice. I don't even know if you just saying good night. I don't know if that's you saying good night. You going to bed or what? All right, we're getting paid. No, see, a lot of people keep talking about that. A lot of people keep pushing this narrative of we should get paid based on the number of pages we print. And if you do that, that's dangerous because if you really want to do it based on the number of pages we print, they can really drop the fee down because I got paid one time $125. I think it was either 125 or 150, and it was only 6 pages. So if I base it off of pages, there's no way I should have got that. Or if I do more than 6 pages, then I should be getting way more. So that's the thing. How do you do it? And I did a video talking about the true cost of printing. And even now, my printing cost is probably maybe 3 cents a sheet. So how do you go to saying, you need to get paid per thing? And the question then becomes, are the people who are asking for this money based off of how much they printing, are you asking for that money because you done bought this expensive paper? You don't have the money or can't figure out where to go and get affordable paper. I've been getting mine from the Sam's Club, $39 a case. That's the cheapest I've found right now for letter. And then I've been getting my legal either from Amazon or Zerbee, Zerbee. I talked about them before, long time ago though. And I will float in my legal paper costs. It floats, maybe 60 or 70. I try not to pay $90 for it for a case. And if I see that, okay, they got a good deal on it, or like in the 60s, I go ahead on to buy 2 or 3 cases. If the paper, the letter paper from Sam's Club, That's been working fine. Haven't had any problems. I will go ahead on and buy that and get it and get like 3 cases. And I'm just now getting down to having 1 case. Yeah, I'm printing a lot more, but that's what I'm doing. And the legal paper that I get is the Boise Boise X9. So I get the Boise paper, I get the Sam's Club letter paper, and I've been fine with that. That has been working great for me. Okay, been working great. And so, probably sitting on, yeah, yeah. Great to see you, Griffin. Oh man, that's my man there. That's the legal beagle there. That right there, dude. That dude, that's the legal beagle. Nah, see, I couldn't reprint them anyway because I hand wrote them. I actually hand wrote them. This stuff. All right. Evening before that. Okay, gotcha. So, now I'm also on Facebook right now. So I know some people might be catching me on Facebook because I went head on and ran my live through Facebook too. I think it's running. I guess it is. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at it. Yeah. So yeah, they catching me over there on Facebook. My man Joaquin Thomas from Harbor. Yep. Harbor View. Yep. Yep. Harbor View. Need to chat with you on providing you notary support for your mortgage clients. Yeah, that's my man. He does a great job with mortgages and everything. He's a wonderful guy. Me and him went to high school together. So yeah, so I'm hopefully chop it up with him. All right, so let me get right on into this here. Let me get right on into this. Okay, so I had to write some notes down. So y'all seen a lot of the videos I've been putting up recently. Where's my thing at? Where's my content? Y'all been seeing the videos that I've been putting up and everything. Y'all see here, how long does it take to print, scan backs and prepping the documents. This one here, I was talking about messing up the notary business and everything, notary pay complaints, these videos that I've been putting out there and everything. And the reason why I've been doing them is because there are people out here, and most of y'all know who it is, and I'm not gonna say their name. I mean, and I don't have anything against them. And the hard part for me in doing this is because it's a young lady that's doing it, and y'all know in this age that we're living in now, anytime a black man says something about what a black woman is doing, you consider it misogynistic and toxic and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm not Terry Crews. I'm not gonna sit here and just let somebody do whatever to me. Okay. I'm only dealing with the content of what somebody is saying. This is not anything about the person themselves because I don't know the person, but what they said because they said it. You get an idea about them based off of what they said and what their belief system is. And most of y'all, if you know me, I hear what people say about things and I analyze and I think about it, pray, meditate on it, and then I say, okay, how is this true? Is it true? Is it not true? Whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? So what I was trying to do. Oh no. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. This Facebook thing. Oh, there it is. Mute. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this Facebook one dragging a little bit. All right. So, this is for educational purposes only, not to be taken out of context. That is correct. This is for educational purposes only because here's the thing. One of the things that I've learned in life, and I shared here with y'all, when people don't understand something, they complain about it. When you're dating somebody and you don't understand why they act the way they do when they get in certain situations, but once you understand where they're at, then it's like, oh, okay, that's why you crazy. Okay, got it. Got it. Now you decide from there whether you still want to rock with them. Fussing about something that you don't understand and not putting forth the effort to understand it doesn't make sense to me. So if you don't understand if you don't like the way things are going in something, but you take the time out to say, okay, well, let me learn and understand. Let me hear from this person, hear from that person, share my perspective on it. And then we come to a consensus as to here's why it is what it is. Now, at that point, I'm not saying that you have to accept it, but at that point, after that dialogue and that research has been done, now you can decide whether or not you want to roll with it. That's the thing. The problem is that most people don't want to do that. They want to just come out and blast and share how they feel. They want people to jump on board with how they feel and then storm the gates and say, change it. The problem is there might be a good reason for why the things are the way they are. It still may not be acceptable to you. And I get that. And thank y'all for hitting the like button and sharing. I get that. But it behooves you as a business owner to understand why things are the way they are to the best of your ability. If you're not willing to do that, I got it. You don't have to. You honestly don't have to. But I think it's incorrect for you to communicate things without doing the proper research. That's why no sooner than the person put this information out talking about, the pay and this, that, and the other, I went and did the research. They said that Unlimited Ink, Ronnie Mickles, his company, the way that they do things, with the $80 pay for purchases is wrong. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see. I've done 19 for them this year. Matter of fact, I just got paid today. Where the heck is my check? Oh, it's downstairs. I just got paid from them today. I just got I got a check right here. I don't know if y'all can see. You see it right there. Unlimited Ink. Y'all saw it. I just got that today. Money is money. Depending on your situation and what's going on, money is money. So I'm like, okay, so that's why I went and researched it and said, let me see how many closes I did for him that's purchases. And I pulled out how many pages that I've been doing, from 21 to 164 pages for $80 a pop. That's what the deal is with me. So, with him and what I've done for him. So I'm like, all right, cool. But when I listened to her video, she put a video out talking about doing a 4-hour purchase, that it would take 4 hours. And that's why I did those 3 videos showing how fast it takes. I think she said 30 minutes to print. I based off of an hour, it didn't take 30 minutes, 7 minutes to do that. Scanning didn't take 30 minutes or an hour to do it. All of these different things. So if you have these issues and these concerns, then what you're going to have to do is figure out a way to reduce the level of effort that it takes to do it. In other words, you got to be more efficient. You got to be purposeful in it. So I sat down and I literally took notes here, 2 and 3. And I just want to go over a little bit of this here. And this is as I listened to her video. And again, y'all know who she is. Y'all can go figure out who she is and all that. But as I listened to her video, as she talked, it made me ask questions. And it was questions that I feel that need to be answered because you're not answering them. So let me also back up and say, one of the things that I'm also seeing is the resurgent of the what I hate about the loan closing business, what I don't like about this person, what I don't, what I don't like about this trainer, the truth about this. And that was stuff that we saw during the height of the pandemic from all of those people who went to the same training course and all this, that, and the other. They all put out the same videos, and those videos really didn't lead anybody anywhere except to clicking an affiliate link. Okay, that's all it did. Click an affiliate link, you spend some money, and then guess what? You start pushing out videos, trying to get your YouTube numbers up, trying to make that YouTube money. And it's like, I thought you was trying to be a notary. Are you trying to be a YouTuber or being a notary? And you said, well, what about you, girl? I'm being a notary. I will be a notary first. That's why sometimes you don't see me do videos, because I'm working being a notary. That's why I just hopped on, because I was doing notary stuff today. And I did a video telling y'all what went down today about me being a notary. And I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. But some people are trying to make money in a multiple way, and I get that. But this stirring things up and this thing of becoming a notary and then talking about how much you dislike the whole thing. You don't like this and you don't like that. And it's like, so then get out. But then you're asking more people to come in, and see, I know what the thing is. Talk about the bad part, make people think you're talking about the bad, and then lead them into some type of training to get better, some type of hope training that they'll be able to get these connections and this, that, and the other. And let's just be real, you're not being led anywhere but to an empty wallet, empty bank account. Because when you sit back and think about it, these individuals, they don't really ever talk about the positive. What good are you doing? Because now the question becomes, okay, you don't like the fact that the documents are late. How many closings have you done? How many closings are you doing? You don't like $80 for a purchase. Okay, then are you getting $200 for a purchase? What are you getting? Where's the positive in what you're doing? We see the negative. Okay, we hear it, fine. But where's the positive? What are you doing? What can you lead me into doing that can benefit me? And right now, I'm not seeing that from a wide variety of notaries who are coming into this business, getting on YouTube, trying to help them get 1,000 subscribers. Then I'm paid a bunch of money to somebody to show them how to do a YouTube channel and make hosts. And that's why they're doing the graphics the way they do, and this, that, and the other. Paying money to somebody on Fiverr to do their graphics and all of that, or they figured it out for themselves. But what is it doing for the community? Where is it helping the community? I'm doing everything I can to help y'all move forward in this business, to help y'all move into the proper mindset in this business. That stuff, constantly talking about what was talked about 2 years ago, of what you don't like about the notary business, ain't helping nobody. And yes, I said it the most incorrect English I could think of. Ain't helping nobody at all. How does that move you from, I don't know if I can do this, to I can, by hearing somebody complain about what they don't like, and I don't like them paying me this, and I don't like them paying me that, and you shouldn't take it either. You don't know me like that to tell me what I should and shouldn't take to take care of my family. And that right there really burns me up. And let's just be real. I'm gonna be real with you. Here I am, a man. I'm married, taking care of my family. And then I'm going to hear from a young lady saying, I shouldn't take orders because of this dollar amount. Or you're a young lady and you hear some dude talking about what you shouldn't do. Take care, don't take these orders, that, and the other. You got to be careful of that, because now you're getting into people's households and you're telling them to do stuff that's not moving them forward. Okay. Not moving them forward. And again, thanks for hitting the like button, and feel free to drop your questions in the chat. So as we do this, it will answer your questions too. If you can, just put a Q in front of the your question, so I know that it's a question when I glance over here and look at it. So now, as she was talking about this $80 stuff, she was talking about it was unacceptable. My first question is this: why is it unacceptable? Because when you share with somebody that something is not right, it's not acceptable, you need to explain why. And then you have to question that. So it's like, okay, you're saying because it's 160 pages. Again, where's the proof that it should not be 160 or that it should be more? Do we understand why that company can only pay 80 versus another company that can pay 120? Do we know? And are you willing to do the research? So what makes it unacceptable? Okay. And you're trying to say this as unacceptable. The question is it unacceptable just to you, or is this unacceptable to the notaries or this whole notary industry? What makes it unacceptable, and to what degree are you talking about it unacceptability? Then it says we're advocates that who made, and my question was, she's talking about as she's advocating for us. My question is, who made her an advocate for us? Who deemed you to be the advocate? I don't know how long they've been in this business, but the question is, what makes you feel that you have to come into the business and now you're going to be an advocate, that you're going to speak up for us? Are you really trying to speak up for us, or are you just using that as a play to get people to hop on board with you? And then it's really about you getting the dollar amount that you want. See what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah. And it says, she was like, and then I was like, well, what is the appropriate compensation? And she talks about that. Talks about that a little bit later. Then I said, well, what is below par? Because she said it's below par. What is par? Okay. These are questions that you as a business owner, when you're listening to people, you got to ask yourself these questions. You got to ask them, because people who come on board, they need to, and hello to you there, Shauna. People who come on to the social media and try to tell you, they need to be able to articulate and explain themselves, and they need to be willing to accept questions. If they're not, then you don't need to listen to them. So then, again, my question is always, how is the closing I take affecting others? I need proof of that. My eggnog. Man, that sucker good. These are questions that you need to really think about. How is the closing that I take affecting you? Now, let me just hop on this here. And I've talked to a lot of people over the years about this. And I'm just going to say it straight up. Amrock, Service Link, Mortgage Connect, Old Republic, Title 365. They have programs where you can sign up for them directly. And when you sign up with them, they give you this sheet that says how much you want to get paid. Of course, notaries who are not really understanding this and keeping this in mind. Remember now, this is about people going direct. So all of these people out here saying, go direct. So you have trainers telling notaries to go direct with these companies. And they have no real experience about what's going on. They don't know pricing, things of that nature. So, and they just like, okay, I'm gonna just throw a dollar amount there. Well, what I found is that when I give them my dollar amount, and a lot of times I will say 150. You know what they say? We ain't paying that. We only pay 95. That's what they say. We only pay 95. I said, well, how would I know that? And then the way they will come at you sometimes is, how come you pricing it so high? And this is a tactic of this. Why are you pricing it so high? I'm not pricing it high. You asked me what I'm paying. That's what I'm charging. That's what I charge, and that's what people have paid me. So I'm not overcharging or anything. You see what I'm saying? And they're like, well, other people. And I say, well, that's other people. I get that, but I say 150. So a lot of times what I do, I'm gonna accept what you say, and just to see. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I can see why maybe 95 or whatever. But they will then turn around and tell you, oh, well, this is what notaries want to get paid. Is it what notaries want to get paid? Or is it what you say you want to pay them? I know people who have been with, I think it's Service Link or either Amrock. They said they was getting paid $70 for whatever order. And then they turned around and upped their fee and said, you know what? I need to get paid 75. They stopped sending them orders. Then they dropped their fee back to 70. Then they was getting orders. So how can you honestly say that the notaries want to get paid this when the company who's paying it is saying this is all we paying. This is what a lot of folk aren't paying attention to. So they hear from this company, oh, the notaries in your area only want to make this. No, they don't. That's a lie. They don't want to just make that. Some of them like, okay, I'm gonna start off here, but I want to go higher. But in all honesty, a lot of these companies, they're like, this is all we're paying. Now, I don't know if anybody out here dealt with that. If you have, if you've dealt with that and had that kind of experience, put a 1 in the chat. You know, Service Link, repeat the names, Service Link, Amrock, Mortgage Connect, Old Republic, and Old Republic will reach out to you, so you can't go call them up. Old Republic is they will reach out to you and they will look you up on. They pulled people out of the NNA site, and then is it Amrock? And I don't forget the last one. But nonetheless, Title 365. Nonetheless, you have to take what they say as with a grain of salt, because this is about making money. So you hear other notaries complaining that, well, they're saying this is what notaries are asking for, and that's why y'all need to stop taking that pay. Well, if you sit back and really think about it, is that company really being honest with you? Can you really trust that that company is being honest with you? And in my opinion, the answer is no, because you don't know all the factors. But when I signed up for Amrock, they was like, and this is what they told me. They said, in your area, we only pay 95. Same thing with Old Republic. In your area, we only pay 95. But guess what? When I'm on SnapDocs and an Old Republic comes through, it's more than 95. It's more than 100. So it depends. It all depends. So Old Republic still sends out orders through SnapDocs, as well as send me orders directly. But the orders on SnapDocs pay more than the orders coming from them directly. Why? I have no idea. It's that simple. Okay, so and then you say, how do you know if they are compensating appropriate? And now this is one of the things she said. Notaries are the heart and soul of this business. Are we? What makes us the heart and soul of this business? That's the question that I have. Turn the music off. That's the question that I have. What makes us the heart and soul? Because there's a lot of mistakes being made by the heart and soul notaries. There's a lot of notaries out here that don't even understand how to notarize properly. So for us to be running around talking about I'm the heart and soul, we got to be on point. And I don't think this is a business about who's the heart and soul of anything. This is about, can you do what you're supposed to do correctly? This isn't about having bragging rights. And personally, I feel, and I don't know if this is that individual's situation or what, but what I do know is this. There are some people who have gotten in this business, man, woman, black, white, Asian, whoever, and they looking at this business as a way to give them a sense of purpose, a sense of completeness, a sense of like validating them. And that's a problem, because a lot of people take this business so personal when somebody's not doing what they want, what they feel it makes them feel value or give them a sense of value. And if you really sit back and think about what the things that people are saying, it's really centered on, you're making me feel less valued. And that's where I believe the whole crux of this thing is. People have gone through some things in their life, and they're looking for somebody to show them some value, show them some worth, show them some appreciation. And I hear notaries hopping online, especially on Clubhouse, talking about what the states pay. And they're like, well, the states need to pay us more. They need, because, they don't value what we do. Well, do the states really know what we're doing? And I know people that, well, yeah, they do. Okay, well then show me proof. Go talk to the secretary, say, hey, secretary, say, you know about the mortgage and with notaries, right? And tell me what you know about it. They probably don't know it to the details that you think they know. But again, you're looking for somebody to provide you value and to make you feel as if you are special, that you've accomplished something, and you made a sacrifice that no one probably told you to make, and therefore you're like, I want to be paid for that sacrifice. I want somebody to compliment me and to show their appreciation for what I'm doing for you. And what I'm learning is that's not necessarily going to be the case with this business. So it says, I feel the payments are worthy. We are providing a protection sleeve to and for our clients, and they can ensure that we are compensated, provided of our families. At the same time, we should not read something. So now, so here's my thing. Let's look at let's look at this process. We are really only working with the signers for up to about 60 minutes or refuse. We are only working with them for about 60 minutes of their whole mortgage lifespan. They are working with the loan officer, the title people, their realtor for a whole lot longer than what we're doing. Those people are putting more time and effort into them. They're getting to know their children. They're getting to know their extended family. They are there with them from beginning to end. And they're doing follow-up with them. We're only doing follow-up with them for a Google review and to see if they got more business opportunities to spend money with us. Not that those other people aren't, but when you buy a house, you're sort of connected with that loan officer for life. Even my very first loan officer, Miss Ote, we follow each other on Facebook. I remember her. There's a connection there. Do we talk? No. My realtor, her dad got me our first house, Frank, and then his daughter Pam became a realtor, and she got us our second. You know what I'm saying? So there's a connection there. There's a true connection with the lender, the realtor, and the title company. If the title company is really active, talking with you. The notary, we're spending 60 minutes with them. We might not even do the order because we got assigned it, and then all of a sudden, oh, well, somebody paying me $40 more, so I cancel this order and run over there. So you're in a position where you can actually just abandon them. The loan officer can't abandon them. The realtor can't abandon them. The title company can't abandon them. There's some serious consequences in doing so. But we can abandon them. We can actually just drop them. The order comes in. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I'm done. I ain't doing it. And you're saying you need to be paid as if you spent all of this time with them, as if you have developed a kindred spirit and relationship with them. That don't make a bit of sense to me. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make. Now, give me your comments and your thoughts on that. I mean, because seriously, that's where so right. And then, I put down here, we never communicated with them prior to the signing, outside of just saying, "Hey, I'm Griff. You're Fred. I see you. Bye." Click. That's it. And you want $400 for doing that. If somebody's willing to pay you that, by all means, take it. But to demand it or to try to rile people up to demand it doesn't make sense, because when you make them, because what you're doing is you're making the people who are paying us take a hard what we actually do and to justify the fee. The fee can't just be justified based off of you saying, I took so and so's course and I'm paying for mentorship. So you need to pay me some money so I can keep paying for mentorship. That's really what we're getting down to. The one thing, get my squig, and any question, I'm serious, any questions? Mm-hmm. It said this person is about to start. Yeah, I know. That's the game. That's the game, y'all. And there'll be some people out here that, okay, well, yeah, one-on-one training. It's all about them making money because they can't make money as a notary. There it is, I said. And that's not the case for everybody. But my understanding, what I've been told, that that person been in the business maybe 2 years. So 2 years, and all of a sudden you know this. So my question is this: you're complaining about all of this about the notary stuff, but yet you have no solution to make it better. But you want to train somebody one-on-one to do what? Complain like you? Because you produce who you are. I know I'm helping to produce people who are like me that are going out here and working and making money. I don't produce even you, and that's it. And I know that's, I don't really like using that word, but the people who kick it with me, they don't turn out to be complainers. They make note of it. Not that you don't complain, but you're not spending all of your time complaining to the point that you're not doing any work, or you're doing YouTube videos or clubhouses trying to get everybody riled up about what you ain't getting, because that's really what it boils down to. I'm not getting it. Who else ain't getting it? You ain't getting it. You ain't getting it. Let's get together and talk about why we not getting it. But there's stuff out here to get. You can get it if you go out there. And again, y'all don't realize that they are actually sitting here looking at these videos. I'm telling you, they look at mine, they look at everybody's, and they look at who's kicking it with who, and they're like, okay, that person is talking smack. That person talking smack about unlimited ink. What makes you think other signing companies going to really want to work with them? And yeah, they tried to come back and clean it up, but the cleanup was just as messy, and that's where I got these notes from and everything. So it says we are working hard at, say we're working hard, and I said, okay, we are working hard for how long per order? How long are we really working hard? What is the definition of working hard? When you talk about that, again, that's what it all leads to, Jeff. Union talk. And that's why I did the videos on it. And that's why I implore the NNA to come out here. Not necessarily you got to be on my channel, but y'all need to come out strongly and say the truth about this union thing. And let me put it this way. Let me just tell you how we're going to, if you want to know how to do a union, I'm going to tell you right now. The way we have to go about doing a union, to go about doing this so-called boycott for pay that everybody keeps talking about, we will all have to not be NNA certified notary. We will have to give up our NNA certification, no longer be a part of the NNA in any way, shape, or form, because you can't be a part of that organization and do what you're talking about doing, which is basically price fixing. Even if you're not a part of them, there's the Sherman antitrust laws that go against that, but you ain't paying attention to that. You didn't do your research to find that out. So we're no longer part of the NNA. Okay, cool. No certification, no background checks, none of, I know Greg, none of that. So what does that mean? The companies who are looking for that NNA certification, why would they use us? Now, do we need it to do this? No, we don't. But if that's their requirement and we no longer meet their requirement, so that means what? Now we got to pull together a way so that to prove that these notaries who are no longer NNA certified have the necessary skill set and understanding of what they should and shouldn't do as a signing agent. And then we have to have them decide whether or not they want to respect that certification. And then we got to have lawyers. And then we got to also do what? pay dues. That means you can't, I'm gonna just say it like this. You can't pay Vanessa anymore for her training and mentorship. You can't pay Mark Wills anymore. You can't pay Bill Soroka, Laura Brewer, Kendra Lewis, or Ronnie. Those are 6 I can think of off the top of my head. You can't pay them anymore because to pay them, you can't pay your dues with the organization. And the dues for this organization are going to be high because we're going to have lawyers to fight for us against each and every individual signing company to make them pay us this money. Because we're not like our notary organization going up against the signing company organization. No, it's not that. It's our notary organization is targeting each and every individual signing company, and that's going to get expensive. So if you're not doing orders because you say I ain't taking nothing below 100, 200, then where are you going to get the money to pay your notary dues? Who's going to be the president, vice president, treasurer? Who's going to do all that? Who's going to be the board members? All of that is what you have to look at. So it's not about just pop up here and become a union. There's some legalities in there. And then at the end of the day, it still centers around, are you price fixing? Are you making it an unfair advantage for yourself and pushing out the competition? Are you making it hard for people to be able to compete in this business? Because if somebody wants to offer a discount, you're saying, no, you can't. That's essentially what you're doing. You're taking my ability to run my business the way I want to run it away from me. And I'm not down with that. So it's okay. So here's what they said we go through. It said we're confirming the order the day before. We got to adjust our schedule for the closing. We got printing the pages 30 minutes. Prepping the documents, which you don't have to prep. Getting paid, and we basically were saying they want to get paid for dealing with life because talking about you might have kids and all that. You want paid. Okay, you got the distance. Then you have to notarize. Then you might have issues with. They have issues with people with age, and this is something that I'm seeing, and I'm gonna say it straight up. I'm hearing a lot of ladies. I'm just being real with you. I'm hearing a lot of young ladies keep talking about they don't like working with elderly. And I'm gonna be real with you. I was on a Notary Star Zoom, and I know Oswald probably can confirm this, but Ronnie was like, I ain't working with that person. Whoever that person was, he didn't say who it was, might have been her, but he said this person talking about they don't like working with elderly people. And they posted it in some Facebook group that they don't like working with people over a certain age. That can be deemed as age discrimination. These are the kind of people you're looking at following. These are the people you're talking about doing one-on-one training with. The trainer is going to teach you out of their experience and what they know, and they're going to make you be like them. And if you want to be like them, then by all means pay them money so you can learn to be like them. That's really where it's at. Then they're talking about scanning take 60 minutes. Then if there's errors, well, you get better and better. You won't make the errors. If you focus and understand what you're doing, you won't make the errors. If the people who train notaries would teach them how to properly notarize, you wouldn't have those errors. Dropping the documents. You know what I'm saying? How do you, and I'm sitting here like, So here's the big thing. She said for 4 hours, you're getting paid $80. So I'm sitting here like, what is the pay that you want to get paid? I honestly was thinking she was going to say around 175, maybe 200. She said $100. So you mean to tell me you're going through all of this hoopla, all of this fussing for $20 more? You're not even talking about a way to reduce the level of effort that you have to put. So you're saying the level of effort that I'm putting into this, I'm fine if you give me another 20 spot. So here's what I'm going to do. This is what Griff is going to do. For her, I would like for her to take an order with Notary Stars that's 150 pages or more. And I want her to videotape the whole process. And I want to see if it takes 4 hours. I want to see her scan for 60 minutes. I want to see her print for 30 minutes. I want to see all of this take 4 hours. I want to see this long, drawn out prepping of the documents. And if it takes 4 hours for her to do this, I will pay the other $20 so she can have 100, because that's what she said she wanted for this. I mean, legitimately go do the order, everything that's involved in it, and I want to see it take the 4 hours. That's what I want, and I will pay the extra 20 so she can have $100, because I honestly don't think that. And I was now the only thing that can make it maybe last a little longer than it should is that Unlimited Ink, they review all the documents before they give us approval, because they want the documents to come back error free so they don't have to go send us back and forth. So if you do the documents right, if you do it right, and then you send them to them through the portal and you let them know, hey, I'm done, please, review quickly so I can drop the documents, they'll get it done fairly quickly. I'm serious, very quickly. They'll do the review, and if you've done your part the way it's supposed to be done, it's not going to take 4 hours. But if it does, and I want to see video proof of it, I will pay the $20. Would I give it to Ryan or give it to her directly? I will pay the 20 so she can have 100. That's what I'm gonna do. That was the little teaser thing that I was giving y'all the other day. I will pay for her. I will pay her $20 extra so she can have 100 for doing that order, because it doesn't take 4 hours. It doesn't take 4 hours to do. It does not take 4 hours to do. So she says, in signing companies waste notary times. She's saying the title company's getting paid $180. This she said, or maybe this is something I'm thinking. She said, we're bringing a convenience. I think she said that. Oh, and then most definitely she said, hurting the industry. Again, how are we hurting the industry? He says, Unlimited Ink also allows you to expedite the process of review if you're in a time crunch. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So $20 more will make the industry better. That's what I got on my notes. That's what I got in my notes. I don't see if y'all can see that. Right there. Right here. Right there. $20 more makes the industry better. That's what she said. So that's what I'm looking at. You getting 80, and that's hurting the industry. But if you got $20 more, boom. So here's the numbers again, and I did it the other day. You're talking about 4 hours, which means you legitimately can only do 2 closings per day. 2. If it's taking 4 hours, then how in the world can I do 4, 6, or 7? Now, if it's taking 4 hours to do them with doc prep, with this, with printing, how can anybody do anything at that? And if that's the case, now, if you want to take 4 hours to do it, driving time and all of that, then yeah, I can see you saying I want $200-300 because of you're doing all that. But I don't think it should take that. And most people have told me, and I've talked to a lot of people this week, and they're like, I don't know where you're getting that from. And I'm talking about notaries who got more experience than me, and they work direct and they work signing, and they're like, I don't understand how are you getting that time of saying 4 hours. So in other words, and this is what I'm getting down to, and I want to take y'all questions and stuff because I'm basically done saying what I wanted to say. It tells me that this isn't worth getting into, because you're working a 8-hour job and you ain't got to do all of this. So it's like, why even do this business if all I can do is 2 a day for $100 a pop? That doesn't make any sense. Hey, babe, that's the wife, Mrs. G. That's the question. Why is it? Why are we doing this? And let me share this with y'all. One of the things, couple of things, and I've said this, and I posted did a community tab post, and I don't know if well, I know it's still up there. I don't know what the voting results are. Let me pull it up. But one of the things that I've noticed, and I might be wrong in this, okay? I truly might be wrong in this. Oops. This is what I posted, okay? I said, I have come to realize there are two types of notaries. Notary one, working to get paid based on what they spent or are spending and the effort needed to do the notary business. Notary two, working to get paid to take care of family and willing to work to do so. Which one are you? So we got 89% of the people saying they're trying to work to get paid so they can take care of their family. And they're willing to do whatever the work is in order to do that. Then we have 11%, which I don't know how many people voted, did the vote, saying that they want to get paid based off of, and hopefully they understood the question, based off of what they're spending in the business and the level of effort. And let me explain these two. What I mean is that I'm not hearing, so far, I have not heard from those who say we need to get paid $100, 150, and all of that. I'm not hearing from those individuals. I want to get paid that in order to help me pay my bills. I haven't heard anybody say that because most of the people who are saying that they tend to have a really good W-2 or they have other businesses that they're doing or they're married or they're dating somebody, whatever they got going on, they got some kind of money coming in that's taking care of their day-to-day bills. And this notary thing is really just something on the side. And they look at it as, well, if you really want me to go out and do it, then you got to pay me this because, I actually got my bills paid off. Right now, my bills paid for the next 2 months. So you want me to go out, then they still won't have to beat us up. And I'm fine with that. I've never been against that whatsoever. What I'm against is people in that situation telling people who aren't in that situation, they need to act like they are in that situation. That's where the problem comes in. And that's why I keep harping on this over and over again. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to get to that. So I think that there's a lot of people that's like, well, I'm doing this level of effort. I got the printers. I got the this. I got the that. I'm doing all of this. So therefore I need to get compensated for what I put into. You don't have to have 2 printers. You don't have to have 3 trays. You ain't got to do any of that. You ain't got to do all that. Low cost business. But if you choose to, that's on you. So I'm seeing there are some people, not all, maybe not all, that want to get paid because they put forth a lot of effort. They may not really want to do a whole lot of driving, a whole lot of this, a whole lot of that. Most definitely, I don't want to do all that printing. Okay, but that's a part of it. What are you going to do if you buying a house and your closing documents are 200 pages? Are you not going to sign it? Are you going to literally sit there and tell the notary that comes with your 200-page closing documents for your house, that your dream house, your forever home, I'm not signing that because that's way more pages than I want to deal with. I didn't deal with that when I was a notary. I'm most definitely dealing with that as a homeowner or somebody buying a home. So you need to go back to them and have that cut down to just 50 pages. You won't be buying that home. And see, this is the disingenuous part of it. Because you know doggone well, if you was presented with the opportunity to buy a home and however many pages they slapping behind in front of your behind, you're gonna sign every single one. And you're gonna watch that notary make sure every single one is notarized and done right. So why can't you do that with this? And you don't care how much they got paid. And y'all know that's the truth. Let me see what this question says. It says names with wrong addresses, signature lines that don't match with the names in the notary wording. It really, really bad. I had over 35 errors, names. Watch out. Yeah. And see, this is why I share with y'all all the time. It's about you doing your part right. When you have that, like tonight, the address was wrong. The address was wrong on maybe 10% of the documents. They had the address wrong. It was supposed to be whatever the street was, Leaf Lane, and they had Lane. So they took out they took out the leaf and just put Lane there, and they left the word out. Called the loan officer. They said, "Don't worry about it. You're signing a corrections agreement paperwork, and they'll fix it later." That was it. It'll get fixed. And they was like, "Okay, cool." So it's nothing to freak out about. If the names aren't right in a notarial statement, you just add your own notarial statement. That's it. You ain't got to try to force theirs to match with what you supposed to do. If they got a jacked up notarial statement, the names don't match, then you pull out your loose certificate and fill it out accordingly, like you should know how to do, and then you add it to the loan document. That's all you got to do. You see what I'm saying? It's real simple and easy to fix. But those individuals, I don't know what's going on with people and why people feel that it's the right thing to do to be so negative about this business. Nobody won't have a conversation with the people who they say are screwing them over. You at your W-2, you have a conversation with your manager. If you feel they're stopping you from getting a promotion, because let's just look at the higher pay notaries, getting a higher pay as a notary as a promotion. If you feel that you deserve higher pay and they're interfering with that somehow, then why don't you have a conversation with them? Go in there, have a conversation with them, and like, hey, I feel that you're interfering with me being able to get elevated in this business by paying me that. Can you explain to me why you only pay this? I think it's fair, because if it hurts you that much that you got to do all kind of YouTube videos talking about how jacked up this is and how bad this business is, then I think you deserve, you owe it to yourself to have a clear conscience to ask them, why do you pay this fee? The other people pay that. I mean, might as well, because they're always telling us, well, other notaries backdate, other notaries sign this, that, and the other. Anyway, other notaries collect closing funds when they ain't supposed to. So other companies pay me 150. Other people pay me this. What's good for the goose, good for the gander. So what questions do y'all got? What notary questions, anything y'all got going on in this life? And again, I'm not trying to come at the person, but I mean, I just think that it is crazy to just spend your time saying how bad something is, but yet you want to maybe now do one-on-one training with people allegedly. Why train people in a business that you said you don't like? You don't like this about it. You don't like that about it. Now, something else I have put down here. Go where the money is at. Go where the money is at. Whatever you go where business is at. You know, that's what you need to do. If it's here, then you do it. Also, seasoned notary. She kept saying seasoned notary. That it's okay if you take that fee, but once you become a seasoned notary. So now that draws out another question. What makes somebody seasoned? Is Melissa seasoned? Is Caprincess seasoned? Is Jeff seasoned? How do you determine whether somebody is seasoned? Because what's seasoned for one signing company is not seasoned for another. One company might look at you as a newbie because you only got 10 signings. Another company might say, no, that's good enough for us. We don't consider you new if you got at least 10. You see what I'm saying? It's very subjective. So when you're sitting here talking about, well, if you're a seasoned notary, you should get paid more. So then what's the dollar amount? What is the criteria that a signing company is using that says you are a seasoned notary, and therefore instead of paying you 80 for a purchase, I'm gonna pay you 100 for a purchase? What is the criteria that they're using so we can know how to get, put ourselves in a position so we can meet it? That's what I want to know. Because see, you're putting it out there, but you're not explaining what it means. And again, I'm not trying to come at anybody. I'm just addressing the verbiage that is being spoken. People are speaking these things, and then they get upset when somebody questions it. If you don't want to be questioned, don't make these kind of comments publicly. And even if you make them privately, you need to know that people are screenshotting stuff and sending it out all over the place. So, what questions do y'all got? Observations, things that you've seen, anything that you're trying to understand a little bit better with this business. Um, I know people are focusing on, hey, the interest rates are going down. Well, they're talking about only 3 cuts next year, if that. And I think the first one starts in June. So between now and June, things still gonna be pretty tight. You still got to be ready to rock and roll. And if you are in a position to just go out there, hey, what's going on? See Woodard, then great. Criteria can be questioned due to multiple documents types that we verify. Okay, so when you say document types that we verify, what are we verifying? Because the only thing we're verifying as notaries is the signature. We don't verify documents. We verify the signature. We verify ID, and we make sure that signature is there. So if notaries are thinking that because I'm analyzing documents, we're not supposed to be analyzing the documents and making sure the documents are correct. That's not our role. That is not our job to sit there and say to scrutinize the documents or to check them out and to make sure that the people who've been working on this for months. Remember now, we're coming at the end of the process. So the people who've been working on this since 2 months ago should have a process in place to make sure the stuff is right. And if it's not right, that's not on us. Right, fee skip. But see, that's what I'm saying. If the company, and I'm glad you asked that question. Here's the thing, y'all forget this. A lot of people forget this. I did. Some signing companies, and even if you take the signing companies out of there, some title companies and lenders truly understand what a notary is supposed to do. So if they understand what a notary is supposed to do, and then you're coming in there saying, I'm going to do this for you, they're like, okay, but I ain't paying you no more because that ain't really what I'm asking you to do. That's not why I'm hiring you for. Matter of fact, I have it written in my company policy that I'm hiring notaries to do this. And if I add in what you're asking me to add in, now I got to change my pricing structure. And see, that's all notaries are trying to do. You're trying to make them change their pricing structure to fit you, but they already have a pricing structure and you don't realize that. And you're thinking that you're being slick and trying to educate them and get and give them some type of aha moment. And they're like, we've been doing this longer than you've been a notary. So we know what you're supposed to do. So do it. And when you go to do what you're supposed to do, you don't do it. You can't do it right. Well, I explained the documents, but you missed this notarization. You missed that notarization. You didn't do this right. You didn't do that right. Okay, I didn't really get trained on that. But what I did get trained on, I did it very well. Well, we didn't ask you and we didn't hire you to do all of that. Can you do your job that you commissioned to do? Okay, yeah, I'll go back and do it. Now you're on Facebook posting stuff. Hey, how do I fill this out? Come on, people. Tell me if I'm wrong in this. To me, this is what I'm seeing that's happening out here with people. Any questions, any concerns, any observations? If am I right about something? Do I need to clarify something? Mm-mm. Oh man, that was delicious. So, how do we go forward? That's the big question. Here's how we go forward. We take responsibility for our own notary education. We question people about what they're saying and the statements that they're making and the accusations that they're coming out, starting with me and to everybody. And that's include the trainers that I named earlier. That include these new people that's trying to be trainers. Because a lot of people have been told if you can't make money doing notary stuff, doing being an actual notary, become a trainer. So now, and I did a video. I got a video out there talking about the questions you need to ask your trainer. Let me pull that up for y'all, and give y'all a link to that. Hey, what's going on, Akita? Hold on. Um, right here. See, I try to stay on top of it, y'all. Questions to ask a trainer before dropping money on them, and it only got 1,000 views. And I get it, man. I get it. I get it. That's how they flow. That's how they flow. But no, and there's people who do that. There's people that like, boom, I gotta drop these documents because when you're trying to do 4 and 5 and 6, but I guess if you're taking 4 hours anyway, so if you're doing 4 hours and then there's no rush for you and stuff. But this video here I did called questions to ask a notary trainer before dropping money on them. So let me put that in the down here. Hold on, I know what I'm gonna do. Let me put it in my pinned comments at the top. Well, I'm gonna do it both ways. I gotta put it in here first anyhow, and then I'll pin it once there we go. Whoa. And let me make this a pinned comment, pinned message. So I pinned it to the top so y'all can see it. All right. And then my man said scan back. Scan back time, I normally say 4 hours as signers don't allow for scan back. I'm not able to do it in the lobby, then I'll take time and find out. Yeah. So again, going forward, what we need to do is simply this: decide how you want what you want from this business. Are you just doing this business as a side hustle? Or are you doing this as a way of life to take care of your family? Because it's going to determine how you approach it and what you're willing to put in it. And once you figure that out, then you have to connect with people who will put you in that direction. So if you're all about the hustle, then you need to maybe connect with that person. But if you're all about how to make this here long lasting and build authentic relationships and learn how to go full time with this and take care of your family, then you can kick it with me and there's others out here. It's up to you. You got to figure this out. Too many of you are sitting back and letting others figure it out for you or tell you what you should do. And you got to be mature and take responsibility because you can't sit here and just go by what they say. Well, they told me I should be this and that. Okay, but is that you? Do you feel that that's the way your business would be run? Is that the vision you have for your business? And for a lot of people, they tell me no, but they don't want to take a chance and go out there because they're scared they're going to fail. But yet, the information that they're paying for from these other people aren't helping them to be a full success. They're having some success, but it's not helping them to be successful without that person. I'm doing my best to help you to be successful without me. Meaning, if I stop doing YouTube or whatever, you're to the point where your mind is going in the right direction that you're like, I don't even need to listen to Griffin no more. And I'm cool with that. I really am. Well, you say you are seasoned by knowing state laws, research, continuing your acceptance of multiple sons. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. And she said it's starting off with knowing your state laws. Because see, here's the thing. Again, another question you can ask your notary trainer, which I don't have it in there. Maybe I do, I can't remember. Do you know your state laws? Do you really know your state laws? Do you understand? Can you help me to understand my state laws? And for the most part, some of these people, they can't. They don't get into that. It's all about the aesthetics. It's all about making somebody pay them a whole buttload of money because they paid a whole buttload of money to get into business. And they don't care about state law. And they will do things illegal, immoral, completely wrong, just so they can get a dollar. And you'll end up being just like them. It says, I was told by a mortgage officer that guy's sons was allowed to be a credible witness since his ID was expired. He could no longer drive. The notary before me walked off the job. What would you do? Depends on your state law. Again, your state law. If the credible witness is a disinterested party, they prefer the person who's a credible witness to be a disinterested party, meaning they'd have no interest in the transaction, that they're not benefiting from it. That's typically what I've been told. Virginia doesn't, I don't think they really give you a criteria for that, as well as even they don't tell you what does personally known mean. Like I know the person. What does that mean? What is the duration? How long should you have known them? You see what I'm saying? So the state doesn't give you any guidance on that, but typically is that person a person who has an interest in the transaction happening? They're selling the property or refinancing it to get money, and is it for you to benefit from? If it is, then it's like, okay, you should not be a credible witness because you're not impartial. Yeah, so not specifically the in-laws, it very vague. He was not stated in any documents, and it was only a refi, so not like he was receiving anything. Yeah, and it said each one of us offers a unique service and must always be in control of each appointment, no matter the complexity. Always have your handbook on hand, and your Secretary of State is always available through chats and messages. Yeah, not mine. Or they're available, but all they're going to tell me is get a lawyer. That's what they tell us all the time. So, and if somebody was telling me the same thing, they was getting down in Florida. So, going forward, you need to just make up your mind how you're going to roll. Question the people. They're regular people just like you. I don't care how much money they make. I don't care how cute they are. I don't care what they are regular people just like you and me. And what you need to do is question them and make sure that they ain't full of stuff, because we got too much scamming going on out here. And we need to make sure that those people aren't taking advantage of us actively or passively, because some of these folk are slick enough that they'll do it very, very passive. They'll do it very, very passive in the way that they come at us. And you will be getting robbed and not even know you're getting robbed. So you have to be very, very very, very active in making sure that you're not getting duped. You see what I'm saying? And if you do that, there's people who might not care for you in Facebook groups and things of that nature, but you got to do what's right for you and your business. And you're not in business for us, for me, for anybody but yourself. So that's really what it boils down to. Not sure if I understand that. If you eat lawyer status, then you'll need to have good insurance. I'm not sure if I understand that. All right, party people. Well, the bottom line of what I'm saying here is this. I don't agree with the concept of that it's going to take 40, that's, um, 4 hours to do a closing. And if you want, and if you feel that it's unfair or not appropriate, then let's outline a solution. How do we make it better? What do we do? Because you can't just say everybody just stop. Don't take any order. Oh, I got it. Don't nobody leaves. Nobody leaves. Nobody leaves. Please hold on for 1 second. 1 second. Here's I, I meant to draw this out. I'm gonna see if I can articulate this. Here's what's happening. We have $100 orders or more. We have below $100 orders. And right now, we probably have a thing of, let's just give it 80% below 100. People, 80% of the notaries are doing work that's below 100. And then you got 20% that's doing orders 100 or more. They're saying now the reason why you're doing the 80 is because the companies that offer the 100, they're not selecting you because they don't feel you have enough experience. Okay, I think that's fair to say. So the $100 orders are being given primarily to the people who got experience. The orders under 100, the notaries who are trying to get a footing in this, they're grabbing them up and taking them and all of that. Here's the concern that I have. When you say everybody needs to be paid 100, that steps up to what? The expectation from those signing companies. Now they expect something. So if the companies who are paying you below 100 starts adopting the criteria for those who pay 100 or more, that means those of you who didn't qualify in the beginning for the $100 or more orders, you really not going to qualify. So now you've been pushed out. And this talk of everybody has to be paid 100 and everybody is saying now I want to be paid 100, it kills competition and it makes you unable to get work because now you just had an 80% injection of human beings to do $100 or more orders. You see what I'm saying here? Follow me. I mean, do y'all follow me? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So if you got 100 notaries in your area and there's 30, let's just say 100 orders in your area, there's 1,000, there's 100 notaries, and between those 100 notaries, there's 1,000 orders a month. Well, out of that 1,000 orders, 800 of them are being worked by the 80% down here. Okay, the 80 notaries, they're working them things, they're taking them, they're 75, they're 60, they're this, that, and the other. The other ones, those notaries again. And now you're talking about taking all those orders from just 200 orders that are over 100 to making 1,000 over 100. And then the notaries who were taking those orders are no longer qualified, or maybe, they just, because the companies are like, well, our standards are higher now when it comes to these $100 orders, you don't qualify. You've just pushed out a whole group of people to where they can't make money. Even less of them are going to be able to make money because what? All the orders are $100, and the notaries who are already getting those $100 orders are going to be getting more $100 orders. That's why it is fair for everybody to work what they can and how they can. If there's 200 $100 orders, then work that thing. Then you need to work to getting into the group that can get those orders. It's that simple. I might be wrong in what I'm saying here, but is there a place where I can email you a question? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Judi? I was answering some of your questions. Notary help at griffin.notary.com. And then somebody said they just got their first order. So who's that? Judi. Did my first order today. It was a loan modification. Oh, and thank you so much for saying that. Another thing, cloud signing. Somebody sent me a screenshot of somebody complaining saying cloud signing sent out a $20 buyers. If my memory serves me correct, cloud signings, that $20 um order from them is for a loan modification. And the way it's set up is that you get one document that has 3 copies of what needs to be signed. And when you print it out that one time, 2 of the copies will be getting signed and notarized, signed by them and notarized by you. And the third copy is left with them. So it might be 30 some pages altogether, but you only print it one time. So in other words, it's like they signed this one, then they signed this one, and then you keep that one. But it's the same document that you're doing. So it's not a different version. And I was like, okay, that's slick. So they put it all together, boom, and then you follow their directions, and you can be in and out in 10 minutes. Boom. See, bam. See, I be knowing what I'm talking about. That's exactly how hers was today. So she must have did cloud sign $20 or so. Yes, I get it. You might say, well, $20 low, but guess what? She got some experience now because there are other loan modifications that pay more. And if you can handle doing a $20 order, that's a loan modification. Guess what? When the higher fee ones come in, you'll be able to handle that. Now she is able to tell people, yes, she said, yes, it was cloud signing. Now she can put in her profile that I've done loan modifications. See, what y'all have to realize, oh man, I was going to leave, but I got to say this to y'all too. And I meant to say it earlier. The moment y'all got to realize that these companies, they don't care about what you got paid by somebody else. Here's the deal. If you are a notary and then a lot of notaries have become signing companies through this method here. We'll take Judi, for instance. Okay, we'll take Judi. Judi is out here working her butt off doing her thing. And then we got Eric. He's out here doing his thing. They asked them, hey, we got so much work, we don't think y'all can handle it. Do you think you can go find some notaries that are reliable that can, that can come and help us out, and we'll let you be in charge, and you can farm the work out to them and this, that, and the other? I guarantee you, when Eric talks to, Will Pill's 2 people, when Eric talks to Melissa and Shauna, and when he asks Shauna, how long you been in the business, Shauna? Shauna says, I've been in the business a year and I do it full time. Okay, Shauna, that's good. Melissa, how long you been in the business? I've been in it a year, but I do it part time. Okay, no problem. Shauna, how many closings have you done? I've done 15. And you're full time? Yeah. Melissa, how many have you done? I've done 150. And you're part time? Yeah. Shauna, why you've only done 15? Do you not get any orders in your area? I mean, we're in the same area, obviously, but do you not get any? Well, could be because you might be reaching out somebody somewhere, but do you not get any order? Oh, no, I see orders all the time. They're just not for the dollar amount that I want. Oh, okay. Well, what dollar amount is that? Oh, they got to be at least 125. Okay. What about 100? Well, depends on how far I got to go. If it's close enough, I'll do it. Melissa, how come you got 150 and you've only done and you're part time? Well, look, I just take whatever comes across my path. Now, at this point, the question is, who in the world are you really going to go after? Are you going to go after somebody that is only doing orders based off of the dollar amount? Therefore, they've bypassed hundreds of orders, and their experience and their ability to do the job right is very limited, or could appear to be very limited? Or are you going to go with the person who is clearly out there working, and has gained experience and is continuing to keep themselves together, out here working. Most people at that point are not concerned about how much you got paid. They're concerned, Eric will be concerned about, are you somebody that we can trust and rely on and can do the job? Do you have experience doing it? And it has nothing to do with how much you got paid. And some companies don't care how much you got paid at your last job, but do we know that you can do the job? Okay, you show them, boom. You see what I'm saying? So what we got here? It says dash me 15 successful signings, but I do it part-time because I'm busy with my baby and I never get orders for the weekends when my husband is off. Understand that. Say I take all the orders. Elbow cough. The one working will be the one for me. Correct. So if that's the case, let me put that back over. If he's saying, if Eric is saying, I'm going to go with the notary that's out there working, don't you think that's what they're doing for us? Well, Griff, how come you getting 60, 70 a month? Because I'm out there working. I'm out there working. They're looking for workers. They're not looking for dollar hunters. Okay. You either a worker or a dollar hunter. But as you work, you'll get the dollars. But some people don't really want to work. So they sit back and they perch themselves looking for that perfect thing. Boy, I wish I had that song. Looking for the perfect beat, looking for the perfect beat, looking for the perfect beat. I mean, that's really what they're doing. They're looking for the perfect closing, that perfect notarial assignment, so they don't have to do as much work. And I would want, and I sort of feel that some people are really just being lazy, because either you're lazy, or it's just either you're lazy by nature, or you really, I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't know what else there is. You're lazy because you don't, I mean, you don't feel that you should, you feel that you deserve a break today. And that you should just be chilling, and that you're just going to sit back and be a boss. I don't know. But somewhere along the line, you got to make your mind up. So going forward, decide whether you want to work. Question. I'm telling you, question these people. If you're unwilling to question them, you can't keep calling around. People call me about stuff, and I'm like, "Did you question that trainer?" No, they busy. I'm not going. I'm telling you, if you're paying somebody money and you're not willing to ask them, the notaries who YouTube channel members with me, the ones who click that join button, oh, they ask me questions. Oh, and I sit there and I answer their question. But if you're paying somebody and then you're putting a question in a Facebook group, and it takes 3 days before they answer it, if they answer it, that doesn't make sense to me. Why would you pay for that lack of quality of service? Said, I was told I was the third notary to go to the appointment I had today. The first put the wrong county. The second one forgot their stamp. And this is how you make your money, Judi, by going out there and doing it right, picking up the things that they messed up, and you go out there and you make it right. And then guess what? That company will be like, okay, we can trust Judi. We can trust her because she did it right. I had one where the lady, she didn't, the lady did not, I know she didn't notarize the document because it said California on there. We're here in Virginia. And all she had to do was add an all-purpose acknowledgement. That's it. But she was like, I can't, she told the lady, I can't sign it because it doesn't have the right venue on there. Okay, then you can cross it out, all this, that, and the other. But it was a split signing, so then you could cross the person who's not there. Okay, you don't want to do that, then add a notarial certificate. But we're finding out that a lot of notaries don't know notary law, which goes back to what I believe Melissa said, or either Shauna said. They don't have, if you're going to be a seasoned notary, you need to know notary law. That's really what it boils down to. And even if you know all of that, if they don't value what we do, and then the question is, well, how do we make them value it? The more somebody does things correct, the more valuable they become. You're messing stuff up, you're not going to be considered that valuable. Call drop. I don't think you consider a mechanic who keeps messing up your car valuable. I don't think you consider somebody who keeps messing up your due valuable. I don't think you consider a spouse or someone you're dating who keeps messing stuff up valuable. I don't think you do. So why would they think we're valuable or give us value? That is correct. All right. It's I think many think it's a yeah, it is. They think that. And to be honest, I'm gonna say this, get out of here. I think there's a small portion of those who are trying to do this training. It's all about getting rich quick for them because they don't really want to do the notary work. They really don't want to do notary. They'll do it if they have to, but they're doing everything they can not to. And then the question becomes, after this one-on-one training with this person, and I'll be, what is it supposed to move me toward? And I have to ask whoever takes training with her, y'all need to be honest about it. And I'm hoping it's good, and I'm hoping it enlightens you, but it's hard for me to believe when all she's talking about the negative side of the business. I mean, has anybody heard her talk about the business from a positive perspective? About what she likes and enjoys in the business? She seemed happy when she's out doing the business. When you come across somebody like that, they're not happy about what they're doing. You probably may not want to connect with them because who they are is going to rub off on you. It's that simple, you know. All right, party people, I'm out of here. I'm tired. I got a 9 a.m. closing tomorrow morning. Got to print my documents. I'll tell you offline, man. I'll tell you. Look at my community tab. It's one of the posts that I have on my community tab. Um, hold on. Hold on. And I will put my community tab in there in the thing. And that's my community tab. You'll see the post in it on there of the person talking about what they don't like about unlimited ink. You'll see it. But y'all look at that video I put in there. Questions to ask your notary trainer before spending money with them, before dropping money on them. Look at that video, hit the like button on it, and do that when you get with your next notary trainer or mentor or whoever. Do it. I'm serious. Interview them. You have a right. You're paying them. People who get paid get interviewed. People who get paid get interviewed. Are you interviewing the people you're paying? And if you are they over talking you, keeping you from asking them questions? That's the thing. Let me see if somebody. Okay. So I appreciate y'all as always. Have a happy holiday. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comment section which I want to pop and do for um the end of the year. I think, well, let me see. Let me look at my calendar for the 29th. I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe a year in review. If there's some of y'all that want to come on and talk about what's been going on in your with the notary business and some of your goals and stuff, hit me up. Um, and I will. I'll let me put my email in there again. And maybe this upcoming Friday, the 29th, we'll do a thing of people just coming on and sharing their experience with the business, what they've learned, what their goals are, what they're trying to do for next year. Gives people a few moments to talk. I can have like up to 10 people. I'm a vet. If I get an email from you saying you want, because I need your info so I can send you the link, I'm a vet you. And if you ain't somebody I recognize or somebody I ain't putting you up there because there's been some nasty, creepy people up here. Okay. So so if you're interested, hit me up. Also include your YouTube channel name. That way that'll help me, identify you even better and stuff. Then that way I can, like, I know Eric, I know, Jody, stuff like that. But do that. So we can do that next Friday. I put this kind of stuff out and then nobody don't want to do it. And you don't have to show your face on the video. Okay. We will, I like to see people's face, but you don't have to show your face if you hop on, but at least have a good graphic, Shauna, throw a little notary stamp or something instead of just a S. Make it a something and everything. And we just we just chop it up. Okay. Um Hopefully I can get on much earlier, but today my schedule just got shot to pieces and stuff. But yeah, we can do that. Like a year review, something to that effect, and everything. I like that. Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a good one. And if I have time, I will try to do some kind of graphic for it. I just didn't have time and everything. And for those on Facebook, I don't know if y'all thank y'all. Greatly appreciate you. Y'all are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I'll see y'all later. And yes, I'm gonna be doing some more videos and stuff. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.